I covered the whole Taylor Rose, Gypsy, Blanche, whatever the fuck her name is. The girl whose mom was like horrible to her and she totally deserved to die and all that shit. But like, yeah, I kind of glazed, well, I don't think I glazed over. I'd said what I thought about her husband, Ryan Anderson, I believe. But since they insist on being a celebrity couple, and since I see them everywhere now, I feel more free to talk about it. The more and more I see this like bloated Peter Griffin looking motherfucker, the more and more he creeps me out. Tell me I'm lying that if you saw this guy on some kind of pedo list, you wouldn't be surprised. You'd be like, yeah, that fits the description. Like if the FBI, for some bizarre reason, just came up to you and they're like, listen, like, okay, 7 of these guys are pedos on this list right here, okay? Pick them out. Just check mark one of them with this Sharpie right here. The first one you would go to is his ass. You'd be like, and I'm not saying he is. I don't think he is. Not at all. I'm just saying there's something. The whole thing he skeeves me out because I've had more and more time to think about it every time I see this story. I'm like, okay, let's go over the basic facts here. First off, he sought her out, which I don't know too many guys who have a successful dating life who go to girls who are behind bars for killing people. I just don't. That already sets off a red flag to me. Number 2, he's a teacher. He's a 6th grade teacher, which already, like, I don't know if I'd want my kid to be taught by somebody who's actively seeking out murderers today. Like, and I know she technically didn't do it. I get it. And she was a victim and all this shit. And we'll get, you know how I feel about it. Like, I don't blame her for anything, really. She was put into the position she was in. It's horrible, whatever, that's how it is. But this dude just makes sure he's in every fucking video she does. Every time she starts doing like a weird selfie, I saw him like stick his big fat head in there. And I'm like, oh, okay, you want to be famous. That's what this is all about. Because let's think about it. He says how this happened that he met her was that he had a friend, which first of all, that's the first dead giveaway. He has no friends. But that he had a friend, and then they made some kind of bet on the Super Bowl that, well, if the Steelers win, whoever the fuck was playing, I don't know. If the guys win, I'll write Charles Manson, and if your team wins, you who are you gonna write? Oh God, I don't know. God, I gotta think of somebody. What girl can I write? Gypsy Rose Blanchard. Like he had that name already in his head. You already had that there, so okay, fine. And she fell for him because she's from the same state. And like I said before, and again, not her fault. She's not all the way fucking formed there. You know what I'm saying? Like she's still probably like 14 years old up there because of like all the stuff that happened to her. She hasn't really lived a life. She hasn't really, her mom did all that horrible shit to her and kept her like an infant for most of her life. Like she's could ride the short bus for a while. She would be eligible. Let me say that right now. If the Special Olympics, if she wanted to run in it, I'm sure she could. I'm sure they'd let her. Do you get what I'm saying? Like I'm sure she's going to catch up really fast. She's probably really smart now that she's out. She's going to get a lot of, knowledge about a lot of things. But the first thing that she should get knowledge on is any guy eager to date you out of prison this badly is trouble. There's something wrong. I don't know what it is with him. I can't put my finger on it. I don't think he's like abusive or anything like that. I just really think he wants some kind of bizarre fame from this. I think he's tired of 6th grade kids. And hey, I can't blame him. Who wouldn't be? If I was a 6th grade teacher, you see these little motherfuckers now? Put your phone away. No, put your phone away. You say it one more time, I'm going to beat your ass. And they actually do beat your ass. No. I don't blame him. I might be writing serial killers too at that point. Be like, listen, I am a teacher. This is awful. These kids are fucking psychotic. I would rather date you. Please come out and let's have a life together and just give me some money every now and then and I'll be happy. These kids are seriously demonic. They need exorcism. Like maybe that's the whole thing about it. But then, I can't get over her statement too. And I touched on it in the last one where she's like, babe, ignore the haters. Ignore all the haters because the D is fire. First off, the only way his D is fire is if he lights it on fire. If he dips it in kerosene, lights it on fire, and then puts it in her. Because that's the only way that D is. There's no way that guy is laying down good dick. There's no fucking way that guy is laying. I'm telling you right now. I know you shouldn't judge people just by sight, but he's not flipping around. He's not doing acrobatic moves and shit like that. Don't give me that shit. Like, that's pretty much, isn't that the only D she's ever had except the guy who actually killed her mom? And also, let's talk about that for a second. Why is that guy in jail for the rest of his life? And he clearly he was mentally disturbed. He already had a boatload of issues. I'm not saying he shouldn't have had more time than her because he actually did it. She didn't do anything. She hid in the bathroom, but she was in on it. If she gets a second chance, I don't know why he shouldn't get a second chance. I'm not. What he did was a lot worse. But he probably needs a lot more work on him. I'm not even saying don't keep him there, 10 more years, 15 more years. But I do think he should have a chance to get out if she did, because they both were equally responsible. One actually held a knife, but she planned it with him. I mean, so I don't get it. Maybe Ryan Anderson, her boyfriend, can figure all this out. That's why I would kill to see. That's what they should do. They should have a boxing match, a celebrity boxing match. Ryan Anderson versus the little tweaker kid who killed his fucking mom. That would be the best thing ever. Better get fuck that. Not no boxing match. I want to see them sumo wrestle with oil, like baby oil, all over them, just slipping around, like fucking Peter Griffin over there, falling on his back every second, like a sow upside down. He can't get up and shit like that. The psycho, emo boy is just like falling all over the place and shit. Why not? But again, I just have a feeling this is gonna end badly with this guy because there's something in that smirk. I don't trust that fucker. I don't trust you, Peter Griffin. I don't trust you at all. So, yeah, just thought I'd mention that. Because why not?